Everyone, it's White Gamer. We are officially 1 week away from EAFC 24 if we're getting the Ultimate Edition. So I'm going to give you guys some tips to start off your EAFC 24 clubs. The first thing I recommend is, guys, once you make your pro and all that, play the skill games. This year, you get 4,000 XP for completing the skill games once you reach your cap, which is double the amount from last year. Last year, only got 2,000 XP. This year, you get 4,000 XP, which is very, very good. That'll easily level you up like 3 or 4 or 5 levels right from the start. So that's the first thing I'm going to do when I make my pro, play the skill games. It should take less than 10 minutes, guys. During the beta, I was playing the skill games a lot, and I was able to level up a lot. So I highly recommend you guys. That's the first thing you should do once you make your pro. Play the skill games. Get those XPs. Get those 4,000 XP. They do reset once a week. So once you hit that 4,000 XP threshold, you gotta wait for the following week. But guys, it is so worth it. Like I said, it's only 10 minutes, and you'll easily get 4 or 5 levels already from the start. So that's the first thing. The next thing is, guys, is to have a good play style. Now, when you log in this year into clubs, I think you're not going to have a play style on lock. I could be wrong, but I don't think you are, unless you get the Ultimate Edition. If you got the Ultimate Edition, you're going to have one slot for your play style already. Now, I didn't get to use all of the play styles during the beta, but my personal favorite one has definitely been the rapid play style. Now, I play center back for those who don't know. So I was using this in my center back build, and oh my god, I noticed a difference in the speed of my pro. The rapid one is really good for pretty much all of the positions besides goalkeeper. And then another one was quick step. I didn't get to use this, but I came up against a lot of people that had quick step, which pretty much what it does, it gives you like an accelerating boost when you're running off with the ball. But yeah, guys, you want to make sure you find a good play style. Those are the two that I think I found really good. Now, also depends on the position you're playing. If you're playing striker, they also have the finesse shot play style, which I didn't come up against too many people with it, but it's something to keep in mind when you go into it. Like I said, those two play styles that I recommended, I think a lot of people will be using it, especially the first couple of weeks. I know I will, because I'm not going to have that much pace as a center back, but a play style is something you should consider it. I'm actually going to leave a link to all the playstyles on EA's website so you guys can start thinking of what playstyle you're going to have for your pro. The third thing, guys, is the builds. We are going to have builds video that first week. So starting Friday of next week, we're going to start having builds video. But guys, when you make your pro and you select what build you're going to go, you should really focus on the things that you need for that position. For example, if you're a striker or an attacker in general, first couple of days, you want to focus on some pace, because not that many people are going to have pace. So you want to focus on pace, shooting, and dribbling. Dribbling, especially if you're a winger. Now, if you're a striker, I still think this year the meta, we can't really tell what the meta is going to be, but we can have sort of an idea. I think, at least for the first couple of weeks, the tall builds are still going to be good, just how they were last year. They're going to be good mainly because Haaland, he's the cover star. So they tend to cater the gameplay and the style of the game towards a cover star. So we know Haaland's tall. He's fast on the long distance. So I do think tall builds are still going to be useful. Like I said, especially for the first couple of weeks until we get that first patch. I wouldn't be surprised if for those first couple of days we come up against a lot of tall builds. So something to keep in mind, guys, when you're making your builds. Of course, make something you're comfortable with, but I would recommend being tall and trying to get that requirement, that lengthy requirement. Even if you're an old gen, guys, you guys can still use tall builds. You won't get the accelerate type, but you can still use them, just how last year they worked. But these are some of the requirements to be considered lengthy. So you have to be at least 6'2". You have to have your strength to be 80 or above. Your acceleration have to be 55 or above. And then the agility versus strength, that difference has to be 20 or above, which last year was only 14. So this year they actually increased that a little bit more. But yeah, guys, those are just some 3 things that hopefully will help you start off your EAFC 24 club. Like I said, for the builds, find something that you're comfortable with, but keep in mind, try to have that tall type of build. For play styles, I'm going to leave the link so you guys can look at all the playstyles, but the rapid and the quick step are the two that I recommend, especially at the first couple of days. And then, guys, the skill games, again, make sure you guys do those skill games. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this video to start off your EAFC 24 clubs. Let me know if I missed anything. And boys and girls, I'll see you guys in 6 days for our first live stream of EAFC 24 clubs.